How do you balance building consistent, disciplined efforts while continuing to maintain social relationships? It's super easy to get in the gym 4 or 5 times a week and eat right and do all these things while you live alone, you don't have any family to see or friends to go out with. But how do you continue to do that when you have all those things, when you live with family, when you're a younger person who is still trying to navigate through life, but you also want to make sure that you're building a proper regimen and you're being consistent and disciplined? The reason I ask is because I was recently listening to a Huberman Lab podcast where he talked about building habits and how a key part of building habits is to actively place a lot of value in that habit, do it consistently until it becomes reflexive, the same way that brushing your teeth does. And although it definitely works in theory, I'm going to use myself as an example as to why I have some challenges with that. Because as someone who lives at home with family, I cannot tell you the amount of times where there's last minute plans, last minute surprise birthday parties or outings that I have to attend where I have to miss a gym session or I have to delay a gym session or I have to eat certain food that's available. And it's not to say that that becomes an excuse to go off the rails and do whatever you want to do, but it certainly does make it more difficult to build those consistent habits. And I've learned throughout that time that one meal won't change your life. That one gym session that you miss is not going to be the end of the world. So if you can tell yourself, okay, I missed this gym session or I had a pretty unhealthy meal, but I'm going to bounce back and I'm going to continue to just go back on the right track and not overcompensate. Because when you overcompensate, I think you're less likely to build that habit because your body's more likely to get burnt out doing it. So if you go off track one day, it's not the end of the world. But you have to believe that yourself. You have to actually believe that, okay, I'm going to get back on track and this is not a problem. But if you think that it's a huge setback and that you're not going to be able to recover, then you're right, you're not. So plan as best as you can and still try to get in the gym and eat right whenever you have the opportunity. But when you don't beat yourself up for it. Things happen, that's life. If you're going to be that person that constantly cancels on plans because, I want to build this habit and I got to do it, you're going to live a very, very miserable life. So find that balance and stop beating yourself up for the days where you can't do it.